My phone rang at 11:59 p.m., 1 minute before midnight. I was just about to fall asleep, wrapped up in my blankets, feeling safe and warm. The screen lit up the dark room, casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. Unknown number. Normally, I'd just ignore it. Who calls this late? Probably a wrong number, or some late-night telemarketer. But something, a strange little prickle of curiosity, made me swipe to answer. I brought the phone to my ear. "Hello," I said, my voice groggy with sleep. There was no reply, just silence. Well, not complete silence. I could hear something on the other end. A soft, rhythmic sound. It took me a second to place it. It was breathing, slow, deep, and steady. It was unsettling, but what made the hair on my arms stand up was how familiar it sounded. It sounded exactly like my own breathing when I'm trying to relax. I felt a cold, not form in my stomach. "Who is this?" I demanded. A bit louder this time. Still nothing. Just that unnerving, rhythmic breathing. I hung up, my heart starting to pound a little faster. I told myself it was just a prank call. Some kid with too much time on their hands. I put my phone back on the nightstand, face down this time, and tried to settle back into my pillows. But sleep was gone. My ears were straining, listening for any unusual sound in the quiet house. And then, it happened again. The screen lit up, the same unknown number flashing. My hand trembled as I reached for it. Part of me screamed not to answer, to just turn the phone off. But I had to know. I answered. But this time I didn't say anything. I just listened. The breathing was there again, but it was closer, clearer. Then, a voice whispered, and the sound sent an electric shock through my entire body. It was my voice. Not just similar, it was my exact voice, the one I hear in recordings, the one my friends and family know, and it whispered a single, terrifying sentence. "I'm already inside." Panic seized me. I threw the blankets off and scrambled out of bed, my feet hitting the cold floor. Inside. How? My mind raced. Alive, alone. All the doors, all the windows were locked. I always check them before going to bed. It's a habit, a ritual. But the voice, it was so certain. I bolted from my bedroom and ran down the short hallway to the front door. My hand fumbled for the deadbolt. I had to lock it. I had to make sure. But as my fingers touched the cool metal knob, I froze. It was already locked. The deadbolt was firmly in place. I checked the chain lock too. It was secured. E-spoon around my eyes, darting into the shadows of the living room, searching for a figure, for any sign of movement. The house was still, deathly still. Was I losing my mind? Was this some elaborate, cruel joke? My breath came in ragged gasps. I backed away from the door, pressing myself against the wall, trying to make myself smaller. My gaze swept over the kitchen, the hallway, the stairs, leading to the empty second floor. Nothing. There was no one here. It had to be a prank. They must have used some kind of voice-changing software, spoofed my voice from a video or something. That had to be it. My heart was still hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. Just as I was starting to convince myself it was all in my head, my phone, which I was still clutching in a white-knuckled grip, vibrated one last time. I didn't want to look. I was terrified of what I might see, but I couldn't stop myself. My eyes dropped to the screen. A new text message. From the same unknown number. 2 simple words that made my world crumble. Too late. And that's when I heard the floorboard creak. Not from the hallway. Not from the living room. It came from right behind me. From inside the bedroom I had just run from. The bedroom I thought was empty. My bedroom. I slowly turned my head, my whole body shaking uncontrollably. The door was slightly ajar, a sliver of darkness in the frame. And from that sliver of darkness, I saw a pair of eyes watching me. They were my eyes, and they were smiling.